enter the stars, and we found something that's simply incredible. We found that the shape of the universe exists inside of the eye. From eclipses of the moon, we found the sun. We found the rainbows. We also found the floating planets above us in the stillness. We found the four muscles of the eye, which are the four pillars of the world, as well as hell, the iris below, the pupil, the dark pit. And there's so much more, and I can't wait to show each and every one of you. You see, the secrets of the universe were staring us in the eyes the whole time. And why would we ever doubt that? The creator of our universe encoding the very secrets of that universe within his own creation. That is the only way he could actually prove without being able to have us interact with him, because we've been cut off. It was the only way he could prove to us who he was, by seeing everything around us and comparing it to our own creation, what is inside of us. That is the only way that God could ever prove it in the way that some people need it to be proven to them. Those who don't have faith and those that continue to deny what is right in their eyes will ultimately be cut off. Remember I told you that I believe that we live on top of this convex lens earth, and that this is the narrow gate back to heaven, the silver cord, the hyaloid canal. God is amazing. And if in fact we do live on top of the convex lens of the inner eye, then in fact there should be some kind of analogy to an eclipse. And lo and behold, there is. What I want you to do next is I want you to close your right eye. And I want you to stare at the L on your screen. And I want you to move your screen closer or further away from your eye, and you will see the R disappear as you were staring at the L with your left eye and your right eye closed. You just witnessed an eclipse of your eye. Now, why does this happen? It is because there is an area called the optic disc. It is where all the nerve fibers come in through the back of your eye. And curiously, blue bloods don't have this blind spot because their nerve fibers enter behind the rods and cones, whereas ours enter in front of the rods and cones. More confirmation. But this is what causes the blind spot. The absence of rods and cones to pick up the image, and your brain can trick your eyes into seeing the images. But lo and behold, you have a blind spot, as we just demonstrated, an eclipse of the eye. So I decided to take this further, and I realized that the disc is exactly what an eclipse is. It is a disc. And when I dug deeper, I was simply blown away, because there is such a thing as a crescent of the optic nerve head, as you're seeing right here. Yes, it is a crescent moon. So now we have what you're looking at here is what seems to be an eclipse in progress. At the base of your eye, where the hyaloid canal, the narrow gate, would have entered this exact spot. And there is where you will find the truth. As we've just demonstrated, the road to everlasting life is narrow. The gate is narrow, and few find it. And this is the eclipse of the eye. And the eye Earth model is now nearly complete. all of the naysayers can no longer deny the truth. Because the lens of your eye is a prism. The lens of your eye is a prism, not a prison. It is a prism. And when you look at the eye and the lens, when the light comes through, it shines a rainbow prism pattern. We live on the convex lens Earth. This is the rainbow that we see in the sky when standing at 42 degrees. 42 degrees, 42 generations from Abraham to Jesus Christ. And now we know what the rainbow is, because a rainbow can only be viewed at 42 degrees. And here we see the trochlea, which is the little open book. And we see the nerve angle at approximately 42 degrees. The 42 degree angle of light from the lens, pointing us forward within to Jesus Christ, the crossing of the optic nerves on the cross. We finally found the ultimate truth. This is our universe, standing on the convex lens Earth, the stars fixed in the firmament around the inner eye. It's all come together now, you guys. And here we are. And I get to share it with all of you. And one thing is certain. Thousands of years ago, nobody knew what the inside of the body looked like. The inside of your eyes and brain. Except for God and the Son of God. So let this be a testament to the true God, the God of our Bible, who describes in detail in Revelation 10, as we are about to cover, exact dimensions of a viewing angle of a rainbow, encoded in the book of Revelation, sealed up until the last days, until this very moment. I saw still another mighty angel coming down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was on his head. His face was like the sun, and his feet like pillars of fire. He had a little book open in his hand. And now we know what the little book is. This is a 42 degree angle that I am placing on top of this image of the trochlea, which is the open book here, and the nerve. This is the angel coming out of the east. And when we place this angle on here, we see the truth. The truth that 42 degrees is in fact the angle of the nerve. Now the scripture goes on. It says here, and he set his right foot on the sea and his left foot on the land. We see that as well with this muscle here, as it rotates around the entire eye. Part of it is on the sea, the vitreous humor, and part of it is on the land. But this goes on even further, because then he cried out with a loud voice as when a lion roars. When he cried out, 7 thunders uttered their voices, and a rainbow has 7 colors. The 7 thunders. And he said, I was about to write, but I heard a voice from heaven saying to me, seal up the things which the 7 thunders uttered, and do not write them. The angel whom I saw standing on the sea and on the land raised up his hand to heaven and swore by him who lives forever and ever, who created heavens and the things that are in it, the earth, the things that are in it, And you see here, when he raised up his right hand to heaven, this is exactly what we are looking at here. And the sea and the things that are in it, that there should be delay no longer. But in the days of the sounding of the seventh angel, when he is about to sound, the mysteries of God would be finished, as he declared to his servants the prophets. And they shall tread the holy city under foot for 42 months. So now we know what the angle is. The angle of the angel, the 42 degrees of the rainbow. And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud and a rainbow upon his head. And its face were the sun, and its feet were pillars of fire. And he had in his hand a little open book. And he had set his right foot upon the sea, and his left foot upon the earth. Now these other 4 bands of muscles coming in around the eye are the 4 angels at the 4 corners of the earth, with the 4 winds mentioned in Revelation. But this other angel coming out of the east fits the description of this muscle exactly. The little book is the trochlea. The trochlea, a bone that holds in this muscle here. And the angel which I saw stand upon the sea and upon the earth lifted up his hand to heaven. Lifted up his hand to heaven, the hand holding the book. And now we begin to understand where we live. Right here.